Welcome to Abheer Decodes. In this video, we will analyze one of the most controversial and revealing experiment in social psychology, the Stanford Prison Experiment. We will examine how ordinary individual under the influence of perceived authority can engage in uncharacteristic or even harmful behavior. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo conducted an experiment in the basement of Stanford University intending to study the psychological effect of perceived power in a simulated prison setting. What was expected to be a controlled study quickly escalated into a disturbing display of how environment can override morality. Participants, all psychologically screened and deemed healthy, were randomly assigned roles of guard or prisoner. The prison was simulated, but the psychological consequences were very real. Guards were given uniform, batons, and mirrored sunglasses. Prisoners wore smocks and were referred to by number, not names. Very quickly, those assigned the role of guards began exhibiting authoritarian and abusive behavior. Prisoners experienced emotional breakdown while some guards displayed sadistic tendencies. The distinction between role and identity blurred, a critical point we'll examine further. The deterioration of behavior can be explained through several psychological concepts. Deindividualization, the loss of self awareness in a group, played a key role. So did role internalization, where individuals begin to fully inhabit their assigned personas. The lack of consequences and reinforcement of obedience amplified the effect. Ethically, the experiment has been widely condemned. Participants were not adequately protected from psychological harm. Zimbardo himself became too involved, acting as a prison superintendent rather than an objective observer. There were no clear withdrawal protocol, raising serious questions about consent and oversight. Despite its flaws, the experiment revealed how deeply situational variables affect human behavior. People who would not typically exhibit cruelty did so simply because the system allowed, and subtly encouraged it. Power, when unchecked, can corrupt even the most ordinary individuals. The Stanford Prison Experiment remains relevant as we examine abuse of power in real world institutions, from prison to corporate hierarchies to law enforcement. The finding compels us to design systems that guards against dehumanization and unchecked authorities. The lesson is not that people are inherently cruel, but the system must be designed thoughtfully. Psychology does not just observe behavior, it helps us reform it. That's what this channel aims to do: decode, understand, and apply. If you found this analysis meaningful, consider subscribing. Let me know in the comment section what would you have done as a guard or prisoner. Until next time, keep decoding.